Hey guys, what's up everybody? This is Mario with the tutorial on Nacht der Untoten, Nazi Zombies map the first on Call of Duty 5 World at War. Some of you may know the map from Call of Duty Black Ops. It was released there with the Rezurrection DLC. But this is the original version with the World War II weapons. And it's pretty old already, but still very much fun at LAN parties, so I decided to make a tutorial on surviving here. Maybe I should decrease the game volume a bit. Alright. In the first rounds you really don't want to buy any of those weapons around here. As long as possible try to survive with the knife, that gets most points. And otherwise use grenades and your pistol to keep them at bay. At least you want to skip the bolt action rifle over here and better get the carbine right straight off, because you can hold out here with that very much longer, and Karabiner 98K, it's really more for, like, I don't know, sniping them on a distance, but knife gets more points, so why should you do that? You always need to kill a zombie from 100% health to 0. The number of strikes with your knife is equal to the number of the round. So at least until round 11 or so. I'm not sure, at some point the scaling of the HP gets... no, it will remain that way later on as well, but it doesn't really matter because later you won't kill them with the knife anyways. You should just try to hold him off as long as possible that way, because it's obviously pretty safe and point efficient. Always 100 for the first hit, and then for every hit, and then 130 for the kill with the knife. That's pretty much. I mean, round 2, 1410 points. Pretty good. I should also say, if you play that with friends, you can hold it out with that strategy a lot longer than alone. Alone, the problem is you can all the time only be at one window at a time, and that kinda sucks, because they will always get through somewhere. If you have 4 people, then that's pretty much easier. Use grenades in the cluster to get their HP down, and then try to kill them that way, but you must be a bit careful. You don't need to look at the window when you repair it. That's very important. Many people that start the game are getting frustrated because they are trying to repair a window like that, and then they get striked from that direction. Where's the last one right now? Oh, it's bugging. It doesn't happen often. Never mind. Alright, let's see. Now, I'm not even sure anymore what the Thompson costs on this map. You should really try just to get the Thompson submachine gun and be happy with that. There's no point in drawing weapons from the box, because it's just a gamble, and well, they don't work much longer or something. That's not a strategy you can run long. Just, I don't know, sitting somewhere with a heavy machine gun and holding them off, because every round they have more HP, and that means you will take longer to kill them, and then no matter how good your camping position is, it will not hold forever. So you really can't rely on a strategy that relies itself on killing zombies in a limited amount of time, because you have to calculate for the zombies to survive basically an unlimited and near unlimited amount of time. Now, never open that staircase. For now it's pretty easy. I could get the Thompson really early because I skipped those weapons here that are pretty bad, saved the points and farmed as many points as possible by knifing the enemy. So that worked out pretty well. I've got plenty of points left, and yeah, on that map you really don't know what to do with it. It's basically just, you know, later on you just run around in the hallway and try to avoid any hits and yeah, kite them basically, because that's the only thing that works in theory, potentially forever. I've seen videos of really, I don't know, extreme gamers doing that kiting stuff with a flamethrower. If you manage to do that, that's pretty good, because the flamethrower has an infinite amount of ammunition in this game. I know it's really unrealistic, but that's just the way it works in Call of Duty 5. And yeah, but it's getting really difficult for two reasons. For one, the flamethrower is the heaviest weapon in the game. That means you will move really slow when you hold it, and that makes it difficult to run through the zombie lines without getting hit. Really difficult. That's the first reason. The second reason is that it obscures vision. Never use flamethrower when you're along with teammates. It's only viable in solo mode, because your teammates won't have the flamethrower themselves, and they rely on vision to aim for the zombies' heads. And if there's a giant cloud of fire, then they obviously can't aim pretty good. Alright, so you're running a strategy. You may think you don't get so many points to get to the Thompson if you're with teammates, because you got to share the zombie kills there with them, but on the other hand, as I stated earlier, you can also survive longer, hold out longer in that knifing strategy here if you have like 4 people for those windows, or just one window. Usually this one gets shared among 2, and they can just hold out really long. Now I'm playing this map really long, but I'm still not sure about whether it's a good idea or not to open that staircase here. What I'm thinking about is, it should actually be pretty effective, because that means when a larger part of the zombie mob will spawn on this side of this doorway here, and not inside the room, and it's easier to handle those that come through this from this doorway than the ones that come through here when you're later on running around here. So that should actually be good, but I don't know, it didn't give me much of a benefit when I actually did that. I don't know, maybe there shouldn't actually spawn more zombies when you open that staircase, but somehow, I don't know, it didn't really help me much. When you're playing co-op, there's an alternative strategy that you don't open that door, but rather go up here and then by the stairways down here. And then you can camp on this position pretty long actually. If you're 4 people, that works quite long. One can stand here at the wall and still assist in that camping, and just one needs to run between these. So actually 3, or as you want 2.5 people cover the staircase where most zombies come from. That's not bad. It works pretty long, but I find it more difficult to roam in circles later then, when you give up your position. And in this room, if the staircase is open and the door is closed. It's because how the windows inside this room are actually located. You can round clockwise, which is somewhat better that way. Otherwise you'd have to run counterclockwise and then often get in sticky positions with those zombies that come through this window. Yeah, huge advantage of the Thompson is, besides that, it's lighter than the flamethrower, and you get it for sure just by buying it here off the wall, that you can all the time just replenish your ammunition. And I mean, 600 points for 200 bullets, pretty good. I mean, if you just only hit every bullet and just don't even kill something, then you get from one charge of ammunition 2000 points. So you only need to hit every third bullet just to stay up with your points. It's just idiot safe, practically. Really difficulty and key element of the strategy. It relies on luck a bit on how they come, but it's just the way it is. It's really that kiting part, that you control the mob, that you have it go where you want it to go by not always running as far as possible, but staying close to them and leash them properly. Now I'm just really running the wrong way round. You have to go this way. Make sure that this line is free, then get over there and then pull them back here. Okay, that's fortunate now. You could actually practice that by not killing any zombies. That's like later when you can't kill them anymore, and try if you can stay alive. As you can see, points are not a problem in this mission. You don't have to buy anything from it. The Raygun, many people wonder about if that's actually worth it, is better in cooperative mode, because when you use it solo, then all the zombies will come directly at you, and if you use the Raygun on short distances, this means that the splash damage will actually down you sometimes, or even at least severely hurt you, and you don't want that. So it's not even that effective if you have to shoot it directly. It's much better and you see zombies running at teammates and you can shoot directly into the middle of a cluster of them from an angle, and that doesn't happen in solo mode. Obviously you need to react pretty fast, and yeah, just try not to get caught. Try to keep them really on this side, that you can actually run through here and don't get caught between them. Stay close to them and then pull them over to the side again, that you have a safe way back. I'm not sure either if boarding up the windows is a really good idea later, because that means that it will delay the time when the first zombies in the round come through that window, but it means also that if there are many of them spawn, multiple zombies spawn at that window, then they'll come all into the room at the same time and clump it up pretty much. which makes it difficult to maneuver around them. Yeah. Now, that wall is pretty nasty, obviously. And it sucks sometimes. If you have bad luck with how they spawn and enter that room, then you sometimes just, I don't know, get caught out. Beyond that, it's just a matter of practice, really. To get around, not get hit, and watch out for them. That's something you should try not to do in the course of a round, because when you get a nuke mid-round and use it, then that means you will lose the mob that you already control and kite, and zombies will spawn everywhere randomly on the map at the same time. And that's obviously bad, because you can get caught, and the zombies that you already have crowded up here are not really a danger. Here, get them back. You also need to get a feeling for how fast they move when you're not watching them. Now that's bad. I had to run really long on this side. As you know, you should always stay on that side, so your way here is free. So now we're basically in that kiting position. You should know that there's always a limit on how many active zombies can be on the map at the same time, and that number does not equal the number of zombies in a round. There will be a lot more zombies in a round in total than will be on the map at the same time. Now that means that when you got, I think the limit is 32 or so, it's not really high actually. You'd think it's higher. And if you got them on the map and in that crowd, it's actually pretty safe to run around. The greatest danger is when you accidentally hit a nuke or something and there are many zombies spawning again. Or at the beginning of the round, that's also dangerous. But later on, when many zombies are there, it's actually okay. There are only a few coming into your direction the way you want to go. And the others, fuck. Now I have to pull them over good and get around. Then we close to that wall again. Come over here, yeah. That's the way we want it to happen. Now the zombies are basically all here, and you should even try not to kill them that fast. If you, I don't know, kill too many of them at the same time, you will get plenty of them spawning after that, which is once again not what you want. Or just shoot in a bit, and well, that way it kinda gets safer later on. It's just that you really can't just straight out shoot a zombie running at you like that. You always have to maneuver around. That's just the thing. Now thinking of that, it should actually not make much of a difference on which side you want them to be and which side you want to be clear. Maybe it should even work better if you have them on the other side with the door closed. I'm just wondering because the window is actually on this side. I'm not sure. It's just I'm used to do it that way. Maybe it doesn't really matter. Or then I try to do it the other way around and I get confused and I sometimes mess up. So it's still pretty easy. If you aim for the head, you can still kill a zombie with one burst in the head. Later on that won't work anymore and you really can't rely on that, but I think I stressed that often enough already. Maybe I should say in advance that I'm not trying to do a new record here in some way. Maybe the round count doesn't get that high. It's really just about presenting the strategy. We've seen enough videos already where this strategy or a similar strategy is used, and they got a really high number on that. Now I'm not that willing to focus and push my attention to the limits that much to survive so long. It's really just about demonstrating how this is supposed to work. Now pull them over again. Make sure your path is free. And then run around. Stay close to them. That's just the way it works. It does, as you can easily see, the strategy, it does not matter how much health they have. So it doesn't matter if you're in round 70 or in round 10. It can always work that way. You just shoot sometimes. You don't need to get points from kills. It's sufficient to have the points just from the hits. And yeah, just run that way. Insta-kill is always nice to get, but near the end of the round you just don't take it and wait as long as possible. Because then you have more use for it in the next round. Especially in that vulnerable starting phase of the round, where zombies come pretty much uncontrollable, because you don't know where they spawn. Now they're not so clumped together as I want them to be at the moment, which is dangerous. Yeah, I'm dead. Okay, I don't know. But I hope you got an idea of how this is supposed to work, and yeah, maybe just try, go for it. Much fun, and soon I guess I'll also release some tutorials for the advanced maps where there's more strategy like stuff to think of, especially on the Riese. Nacht der Untoten is not that much strategy based. And yeah, that's it so far. Hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, see you soon.